What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel, where today I have a different video because I'm not in Toronto.
Ooh.
I'm in California right now, Newport Beach, with my man Hayden right here.
What's good?
Hayden, for some of the people that don't know you, introduce yourself just a little bit.
What's going on? My name's Hayden Bowles. I'm 18. I do a lot with e-commerce, a little bit with software, and a lot with marketing. And in this video, we have a very special treat for everyone because this is not just a YouTube video. No. This is a secondary niche down part of something we filmed on my channel. So
check it out.
I would recommend they should do it before they watch this.
Yeah, before you watch the video.
Before you watch this video, I would go to my channel. It's a video. It's going to be titled something along the lines of making $100 a day offline or turning $100 a day offline into $1,000 a day online. That actually started when I was like 10, maybe 11 years old. Started mowing lawns. Okay, so first up, big friggin' differences. We walked through all of that. This is the more niche down version of how to do the online piece. So we're gonna focus a lot about, our progression with that because, I don't know about you, but the first thing I did online, I didn't just start making $1,000 a day.
No.
Like that first attempt, that first venture, that complete business model is not what led to me making $1,000 a day. So yeah, I'll let him take it away with exactly what, he started with.
So, as we said, we just talked about what we did offline to really help us make that money online. And I'm just going to start off. I mentioned in the other video, but one of the things was education, online education, whether it be courses, mentors, or even live events.
Some way to learn. Yeah, he goes to New York all the freaking time.
All the time to learn from Brandon, right? My mentor. And that's basically how I got started. And that's one of the biggest things that helped me when it came to making money online, because I was learning from people that already done it. Right. And that's that's such a game changer, as we said before, like having mentors, which we might make a separate video on mentors, just separate videos on mentors.
There's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about.
Not just like the general, go pay for a mentor. There's way more to it than that. How do you connect with, billionaires when you're a kid?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
But yeah, when it went to making money online, it was a big difference because now I actually needed help from someone else who has already done it. Not only that, I had to acquire some skills. I'm going to get to that in a second, but Hayden, tell them yours, man.
Yeah, so this is assuming you already have cash flow, okay? To start, that's the whole point. Figuring out how to make money, even if your initial cash flow is from something online, this is assuming you have some sort of money. You need money to start online. For me, my biggest thing that actually started making me some money was affiliate marketing. That's not what makes me 6 figures, 7 figures. That's not what makes me $1,000 a day. That was the first thing that made me $100 a day. That's the thing that took me past $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, and even $3,000. And we're getting the red camera flash and battery light here, which is fine. We'll switch it in a second. But affiliate marketing was that vehicle, and I still do it. It's still a great income of multiple 4 figures a month. But that's not what brought me to that point, but that's okay. And this is what I call a stepping stone. So as you're getting started, there's going to be different vehicles, the business, not the car, as to what's going to let you do these different things. So affiliate marketing might be one thing. I've tried hundreds of different variations of let me do just Facebook ads. And this is when I had no idea what a Facebook ad was, for an affiliate offer for Ty Lopez. Tried that, spent $100, didn't work, switched to something else. I've tried hundreds of different things, but those were stepping stones and I learned from them into what I do now. All right, and just like that, we are back with a fresh battery in the camera. That's why it pays to have two.
Backup.
Exactly. So yeah, stepping stones. So for me, the first business that made me $1,000 a day was e-commerce. Now, a lot of you might think of this, is this what just makes you $1,000 in a single day or $1,000 a day consistently? I say it doesn't matter. I say you can kind of think about it however you want. Because by the way, the principles we're going over in this video, it's not just used to make $1,000 a day. It's the same stuff to make 2, 5, 10. It's just a reference point on whatever you want to do. So using that, the first thing that actually paid me $1,000 in a day, I'm not going to count it as $1,000 in a day because it was a monthly payout from an affiliate offer. That doesn't count. But the first thing that actually made me $1,000 in a single day was e-commerce. That's also the first business model, just drop shipping on Shopify, that made me 6 figures. That's what let me hit my 6-figure income. And now from there, other things that branch off, affiliate marketing is not quite a 6-figure income. Even ad revenue off my YouTube videos, now getting into personal branding, e-commerce with multiple stores, an agency for multiple different industries, all these different things. That's a stepping stone, and it lets you hit different milestones and different goals. So if you want to, at least this is how I think about it, $100 a day. Then you want to get to 1,000, okay? Then kind of how do you get to like that 2,000-3,000, passing up to 6 figures a month. That's when you can hit like a 7-figure income, just leveling up through the ranks.
Yeah.
And it's not always what you do that makes you your first $1,000 a day that'll start making you 10,000 a day.
No.
Some things don't quite have the potential to do that, or
exactly.
I'm sure they do, but it might not be right for you. Like for me, what made me with affiliate marketing, I know people who make 30,000 a day consistently.
Wild.
Yet I still don't even make $500 a day consistently. Because that's not what I really focused on. That wasn't, it's not what resonated with me.
Yeah.
So doing other things that you kind of feel, so you don't have to do exactly what we do. That's one thing I want to stress.
Yeah.
There's so many different things.
So many.
So that's kind of what led into that. I don't know if you want to talk about your stepping stones, the other businesses that led into it, because I'm sure it wasn't ever just one thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So one of the main thing was, in the beginning, it was the social media marketing. So just learning the basics, I guess, that really helped bring it up a little more. Other thing I really wanted to touch on was, as you said, drop shipping and all the other things I did. What happened was, let's say in the beginning, even if I wasn't making that much money, what was happening was I was gaining skills.
Exactly.
And these are we're not talking about just random skills. We're talking about high income skills. So whether it be Facebook ads, learning how to run those, email marketing, copywriting.
Because even when you're failing at all these things, we met through e-commerce, we were doing Facebook ads. While you're constantly failing, getting upset and wasting money, that's still a part of the process. Every single person who's learned Facebook ads went through that.
100%.
And so while you're failing, it's still a positive thing because you have to do it.
Yeah,
so it's part of the process.
It's definitely part of the process. And just having those skills just helped me make more money in the long run. Even if I wasn't making money in the beginning, just learning those skills, through drop shipping. Let's say I wasn't making $1,000 a day in the beginning, but knowing that, just having that skill a little outside. So I was doing email marketing for other companies. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that have helped me make more than $1,000 a day online. Just having those skills is a very important part in making that $1,000 a day or $1,000 more than that.
Exactly.
Just a reference point.
Yeah, in the last video we filmed on my channel, he talked about doing a little bit of sales and persuasion while working at Home Depot as a sales rep. Getting paid partly hourly and partly commission. Well, he's taken those skills and now used those elsewhere. I've used sales and persuasion to consistently make $5,000 to $6,000 a day in profit, selling just via one platform, Instagram, in my DMs.
Boom.
I got bored and I decided I wanted to make money in my DMs, so I took it upon myself as a challenge. So that's one income stream with one business on one sales channel. So learning those skills that can progress way further, whether it's offline, online, whatever number you want to take it to, you just have to start there. So I think a lot of people are going to watch this video, and I don't know exactly how your audience reacts to this, but I always get a couple of people who are just going to be like, oh, so what do I do? What business do I run? I don't want to honestly advise you that. I can tell you exactly what I do, how I do it, show you why I do it, but that doesn't mean it's right for you.
Exactly.
It's really not.
It's different for everyone.
You got to figure out kind of what resonates with you, because there's plenty of businesses. I'm sure you can make money with e-commerce, right? Do people still make money drop shipping?
Hell yeah.
Of course. But that might not interest you. So if it doesn't interest you, your only passion is linked financially, which is fine. But eventually you're going to get bored of it. And once the money starts coming in, I've done businesses where I only cared about it for the money. Once the money's coming in, you no longer care about it, and you can scale it, but you don't, because it becomes more mental than the actual challenge.
Yeah.
So it really becomes not just okay, can I make more money? There's other barriers behind it that you learn we run into.
Yeah, so one thing I want to touch on, and we were going to touch on this, is the mindset, part of this whole thing.
And not just some mushy crap of mindset.
No mental masturbation here. Real mindset. So Hayden, I know we talked about this little mindset shift that we had recently, but I wanted you to touch on it a little more about that, just the mindset part of this whole thing.
Yeah, so me and PB, that's kind of what sparked you being here.
Basically,
I closed him on the idea. We're just talking over FaceTime. We realized we both had a big shift recently. I'm like, you need to come here, and he's like, yeah, I don't know, I can go to New York. I'm like, what's stopping you from coming here? He's like, well, nothing. Again, using sales and persuasion, made him book his freaking ticket right there on the spot.
Boom.
So here he is. And that's one of those things where I don't know about you, I've had multiple shifts, and you kind of know when you have it, which is really interesting. Mm-hmm. But it changes, when you fully decide and you realize you're about to start making money. You fully realize this business is about to take off, or you fully shifted. I always thought that in the position financially I am right now, I'm having my house on the beach. I have a nice apartment and office on the beach. It's fine. But I'd have my McLaren, my Range Rover, my Lamborghini, and Mercedes. Mm-hmm. I could have all those things, financially speaking. But also financially speaking, once you have the right mindset and the big shift that we had, I'm broke. You put things in perspective. So if someone's making $100,000 a month, that's $1.2 million a year before tax.
Yeah.
Now, you put that in perspective of someone who owns a jet, a $50 million jet.
That's nothing to them.
That money goes to nothing. Now you put that person who might make $300 million a year in a perspective of someone who is spending $40 million just to extend their yacht by 50 feet to compete with their neighbor to say they have the bigger yacht.
Yeah.
To mask the size of their penis. So, like, everything like that. You put it all in comparison and stuff, it's really just a progression. So things change. And we had a huge mindset shift. And I want to say, you might not fully understand this. You might want the cars. Here's one thing I always say. It seems to piss off a lot of mothers. So if you're watching this with your mother, maybe have her turn away for a second. Money is okay. It's okay to talk about. It's okay to chase. If your sole interest in business right now, or not even business, but just making money online, whatever venture you're doing, is to get a nice car, for example, I believe that's 100% okay because your passion is linked financially. And the thing you don't realize now, and you'll realize this later, is that there's going to be a deeper shift that happens, and then you uncover the real reason. Well, why do you want to get that nice car? It's not just the money or you like cars. I love cars, by the way. Do you want to show off? Do you, like, what is it, ego behind it? Do you want to prove someone wrong? Like, what is that? Do you want to flex on social media? You know, what is that thing? You know, I know a lot of people have nice cars. They have no social media. They don't care. And all their friends have, like, you know, it's different social circles, different structures. Like, is that something you're going to buy immediately when you can finally afford it? Or is it once it doesn't matter? Different. Like, I bought a car pretty early. I could have bought it a year before. I almost got a Maserati for my 17th birthday. Decided to wait another, like, 8 months. Bought my M4. So it didn't really matter too much. It wasn't like, okay, can I afford it? Like, you're crunching numbers. That's the wrong time to get it. But we've had a very massive kind of looping this back around shift just in how we look at our finances, look at our money, and look at the progression and potential. So I know we're going to both benefit so much with me, you, and our friend Matt, who we're linking up with later tonight, that we've been out here working with. So just a lot of different stuff. I know mindset might sound cliche or stupid, but trust me, you will understand this. You can come back to this video if you even remember in 8 months or whenever, once you get to a certain point where you have that shift, because it changes your life. It really does.
And you really got to think like long term, as you said. Like, this whole mindset.
Dude, we're young. We're 18.
So young.
18, like you start, you know, touching these numbers where you're hitting, you know, adding more zeros into your bank account. It's like, it's cool, but then you're like, dude, this dude had to buy me a pair of slides. Like, I told him on the phone, we're going to explain this. I told him on the phone, I'm like, dude, I need a pair of slides. And I lost, like, you know, like Nike slipper slides or whatever to wear to the pool. I didn't have a pair. I like left mine traveling or whatever. I lost them. And he's like, dude, yeah, just go buy them. They're like $20. I'm like, damn, like, do I really want to get, like, do I need them? Do I really care? And this dude, great fucking guy, brings me a pair from Toronto, official slides. I was like, that's how you do it. So, boom, whatever. It's just kind of the mindset around, you know, funny stuff, whatever. It's just, it's the progression. Like, I have little things where me and Abdul are at the store, you know, whatever, we make a decent amount of income, I guess, relative to our age. And you know how the little divider thing you put in between your stuff on the grocery store belt? So I had my stuff, he has his, and it's all for the same place, the same house. And so I like throw something on his side. It's like $2. He like throws it back. I'm like, no, you got it. It's just like a pissing competition between who gets to pay for it. And it's not the principle of the money, it's just, you know, it's whatever. So it is a really interesting thing. I think you guys are going to realize that. Mindset's kind of fun. I didn't really think about it too much in the beginning, but you'll definitely hit shifts. And I believe that comes on one of two things. When you hit certain financial barriers, I believe that's different points for everyone too. Like for me, I became a little bit stagnant, and this came back with mindset where I had a shift once I passed my parents' income. Okay, I feel like kind of the level of which you grew up at, which you typically know how much your parents make roughly. So once you kind of pass that barrier, there's things you run into mindset-wise. And so different points. And it took me a long time to pass my parents' income. Like, they do all right. You know, they're not millionaires or anything, but, you know, they make their money. And so it's kind of interesting to see it. That's, you know, we'll kind of keep mindset a little bit shorter in this video, but
we can go so
like there's so much to talk about, so many stories. And I feel like, you know, we can just talk about it, but you won't really get it until it happens. And that's fine. That's totally fine. But that's just part of what it is. That's what I realized. Because I used to watch people talk about it. It just sounded like this. Like, yabba, 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 yabba. Like, it wasn't really anything, you know?
But yeah, like, to conclude this video, basically, you know, if you really want to make that money online, taking it from offline to online, it comes down to You said mindset, the stepping
Stone.
stones.
Focus on matching what you're doing offline, because a lot of people might, you might be 35. That's fine. You're not a kid. Like, you actually understand that you might have a job.
Yeah.
But to fully pursue making, $1,000 a day online or further, you have to then replace what you're doing offline. Mm-hmm. So you need to turn what's a side hustle at the time until it surpasses the amount of the original.
Yeah.
And so that's when you have to replace that income. Then you can double down and focus on what's working.
Exactly.
So you need to. Your first stepping stone should be to match whatever you're doing offline. If you're making $100 a day offline, how do you make $100 a day online? Now, is that the vehicle that would take you to 1,000? Maybe. Ask yourself that. But what's going to get you to 200, then 500, 1,000? How do you got to kind of map that out. I wish I could show you. We got a whiteboard there. You can see a little one there. I got a big 8-footer over there. That's because I map everything out. I write it down. I reverse engineer exactly what's required to hit these goals. Mm-hmm. And while a regular person might walk into this office and think I'm freaking batshit crazy and I need help, it's what you need, So do whatever works for you. I know PB's got a ton of good content on this channel, so make sure you guys go check out some of those other videos. As well as if you haven't already, if you decided to not follow instructions and you just watch this video instead, which I'm sure people do, I'd do the same thing. Take a minute, it's like a 10-15 minute, it's like a 15-minute video. Go check out the other one on our channel. We explain more about the offline. If you're not making money online, this is what I would recommend, especially if you're younger and you're saying you don't have capital or you can't do it because of your age. The age means nothing.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Hayden, thanks for being on this channel.
Of course.
Guys, I'll see you in the next video. He dropped some bangers. I dropped some bangers. He dropped more.
We're picking up his bangers. Going to be more and more.
Soon,
more
Cali
consistent,
weather's
you guys.
amazing.
Other than that, you guys like, subscribe, all of that. We'll see you in the next video.
Peace.